Hey guys, welcome back to this SEO course. So previously in the video, I have explained how to set things up, what to look for and why we are looking at certain things. Now in this video, what I'll be doing is we'll be going through the audit itself and then putting in the recommendations of what we will do specifically for each individual URL. And as much as I can, what I want to do is I want to explain to you guys why we are going to do certain stuff with certain URLs, and hopefully that will help you understand a little bit more about technicality in SEO. So technicality doesn't have to be boring, it's actually pretty fun, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step on how to do it. So if you have not watched the previous video, I highly encourage you to go and watch this. Watch it. If not, it's going to be it's not going to make any sense. So let's just jump straight into it. Now, previously, what we've done is we have already set up everything, so we can actually go ahead and delete this this tab over here. But I just like to leave it as is. You can go ahead and delete this. Okay, and you can actually delete this Screaming Frog import here. But again, I just like to leave it as is in case if let's say there's any data that is wrong, I can always go back to this. So one thing that we want to do is we always want to make sure to get the data profile of what we are doing for this specific audit that we are doing, because when we want to audit, usually when you run technical audits, we don't run it every single month unless it's a super huge site, but if not, majority of the sites are not that big. So what you want to do is you want to run this technically, let's say from on a every 6 months or even every year perspective. And the reason why you want to have your data profile in here, meaning to say what's the date. So I believe it was from June of 2021 to 06/2022. So I might not be sure of the date because I'm recording this on another date. But I'm pretty sure the data profile we have set, it's 1 year from this time to this time. And the type of traffic will be organic. And the location we're specifically targeted for Singapore. So this data profile tells us that everything that is within here, it's from this date to this date, and all of the data here, it's from organic and from Singapore. So the reason why we want to set this up again is because we want to know, let's say for example, the point of when you're auditing this site versus if let's say 6 months down the road when you're auditing for the same site, you're going to find that the data profile is going to be different. And the reason why you want to have that is because this is also a good reference point, because let's say for example when especially if you're doing this for somebody else, let's say you are auditing this page on this date, okay, and then let's say 2 days later you realize that there's a bunch of newly added pages to this website and you're not sure why, or you're not sure if that is a new page, because if a website has a lot of pages, you might not know if the pages are new or not. So this way, this will give you a lot more detail, because you'll know that, from the data profile that you have included in here, right? This is basically from here to here, and anything that is more than that. So for example, if you see like there's new pages added in let's say June, and when you do a new crawl, you'll find that all these new pages are being added. You'll know that these are new pages because the data profile that you have over here, assuming you're auditing this in June, what you'll realize is all those new URLs wasn't here before, and that will either you can report this to the client to let them know that, hey, we have found that you have published a chunk of new URLs, what's going on, or then you might have another new recommendations. But that's the reason why you want to have data profile. Okay, so now that being said, let me continue with the audit. So one thing that I like to do is I always group everything together, and also at the same time I just like to browse over to see what's going on. Okay, and what you'll notice is I will move the columns here left and right, just so I can get to the data ASAP. So one thing I'm noticing here is this is a sitemap. So usually I don't bother so much about sitemap, but in this case I just want to open it up. and just take a look at what's going on. So this appears to be a sitemap, but do they have an XML sitemap? Okay, so they do not have an XML sitemap, so this is their sitemap, which is okay. Okay, take a look here. And the reason why I'm browsing through the sitemap is because I just want to see if there's anything wrong with the sitemap and how it's set up. Okay, so immediately I'm seeing a lot of, wow, okay, I'm seeing a lot of robots.txt file here. So I usually don't like this because chances are there's a lot of things that is not required that is here. But then again, you know, you can see this is a staging site, and this staging site cannot be reached. So I'm not sure why this is here, because you know, I like things to be as simple as much as possible, because if it's simple for me, it's going to be simple for Google. At least that's ideally what we want to do. So let me see if there is a sitemap they have included. So there is no sitemap in their robots.txt file. So one thing that I want to do is, and again, you can see all those URL actions here, right? It's basically what we're going to do for each individual page. Now, the flexibility of this is you can always change based off on what you're doing. So in this case, for example, this doesn't, like, I can leave it as it is and blah, 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 and things like that. But what I really want to do is I want to include sitemap in robots.txt file. Okay, and in fact, if let's say I'm doing a little bit more deep dive, I want to look at what's going on with this thing here, because it seems like they have disallowed their staging site, but their staging site doesn't seem like it's live right now. Okay, so I will just you know, I don't know whether if all of this is required, and it seems like ZH, so this could be a Chinese version of the site, but again, let me just do a check to see if there's a translated version or Chinese version here. Doesn't seem like it. And usually how you can check this is by the Ahrefs lang, and nope, they don't have it. So again, you know, with robots.txt, right, earlier on, let me open it up again. I cannot actually see my keyboard. All right, so this is better. So if you open up their robots.txt earlier, okay, one thing I'm suspecting is all these used to be live, or it's templatized. And you know, obviously, if all these are not required, I would just remove all of them. But this is slightly more advanced, so I'm going to stick to the template as much as I can here, because just with the template alone, it will be enough. Okay, so next, what I'm going to do, right, is I'm going to categorize all of these pages first, because usually, like I mentioned in the previous video, if you were to categorize your pages, it will allow you to be more productive in a way, because you're not looking at each individual page, but you're looking at a group of page which fits a similar profile. So what you can do is you can go to the filter section here, okay, create a filter, and then what I want to do is I want to organize all of these by their alphabetical order, because usually these are usually based off on how the structure is. They'll tell us the type of site. So what you do is you then go and open each individual page up. Okay, so this seems like a product category page. Okay, so over here at the category, you can see there's a product category here. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to go through, and judging from the URL, chances are these few are also going to be product category pages. Okay, so if we open this up, okay, you can see these are also product category pages. So I'm going to list them down, and I don't have to open it up. I mean, I can just double check again. But these are usually product category pages just based off on their structure, right? So you can see this is a product category page. And then next up, accessories. So this could be a single page. Yep, so this is a single product page. So we're going to list down this as a product page. Okay, and then we move on to the next view. Okay, and Yeah, so this is interesting. So this is a 404 page. Okay, let me see. So this is a 404. Okay, you know what? One thing that, because there is a 404 page, what I want to do now is I just want to go over to this status code here, and I want to look at all 404 pages first. Okay, and these are all 404 pages. And actually, let me just go over to, where is it? Let me just look at, yeah, so all these are HTML, which is fine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at 404 pages first. Okay, and you can ignore this if you don't have 404 pages, but usually 404 pages are basically pages that are not there already. So what I want to do is I don't need to look at them, even though I can. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to let's see, let's double check. Okay, and how you can double check is just basically do a site colon, and then you can see whether these pages are being indexed. So it doesn't seem like it's being indexed, and it's also not live now, I think. Yep. So another good habit that you can do, it's usually what I do, it's I basically leave it as it is because it's already a 404 page, which means to say the page is no longer there. However, what you want to do is you want to do one more layer of check. Okay, and how you can do that, it's actually if you open up your Screaming Frog crawl. Okay, you should have your crawl, and then what you want to do is you want to type in the URL. Okay, and I'm going to move myself away here. Okay, and you want to go to in links. This basically shows you all the pages that are still linking to this page, which is no longer there. So if we open this up, copy from. Okay, so for some reason there is a page, this page, which is a live page here. Okay, this page is still linking to this URL. Okay, and if I click on it, okay, so if I do a inspect, okay, it's let's see, it's not here. View page source. Okay, so it's not there anymore. No, actually, you have to check the anchor text. So there's no anchor text here. Okay, so this is very interesting. So from here to this page, and you basically in a technical audit, you just want to find out what's going on with all these pages that's not supposed to be there. So what I'm trying to do is there should be a page, there should be an image here. Oh, actually, it could be one of these images here. Okay, but you can see over here, right? There is a from page. So let me see if the URL is correct. Yeah. So there are still pages that is here, linking to this specific page, which is not found, and it's an image. So let me just again go in and take a look. 30 kg, so this is 45 kg. Let me see. So this is usually how I like to find broken images, because chances are the reason why they are showing up as 404 is because there might be some pages that still have them, and that's why Google can follow them. So I want to see if I can find that out, and hopefully not take too much time. But these are usually quite easy to find. It's just that now I'm not finding any. And there it is. So you can see this link here. On the bottom left hand side of the corner, you can see this is the link, and it's linking to a 404 page. All right, so what we want to do is we want to find this. And we want to find this here. Copy. Now, where in the hell is this page? Go find. Okay. Let's see. Which blog? No, it's not. it is by default the back, so it's just one class above that. Which equipment? Yeah. Huh. So you can see this is the link here. Let's go and take a look. Scroll to element. Description. So for some reason, right, behind their code, there is a tab here. Okay, so it's kind of it's hidden in a way. Okay, but there is a link here. And you can see this is another broken link, right? So it's hidden for some reason and I cannot find it. Let me see if it's under product details. Yep, it's definitely somewhere on the page here. Okay, so for some reason I cannot find it. It's probably hidden or something, but there is a code here. Okay, and this is linking to two different two pages that is definitely not required. So again, this is just slightly more in depth because by right it's not that hard to find. But you can see, like, if you dig a little bit deeper, this is the things that you find, right? And if you have the pages that are like that, like this is a product page, and if this is an important product page and it has links like that hiding around in the background, again, users won't see this, but if you operate like a Google bot is going to crawl this and they're going to reflect it as a no index, for page, then it's going to waste a little bit of your crawl budget. And if there's going to be a lot of examples like this, then obviously a lot more crawl budget will be wasted. So it's nice in a way that I kind of found this as the first thing that we do, because you know, this is how usually I would do the audit. So what I want to do is I just want to list down all the pages here. Okay, and I usually remove broken links. Okay, and what I do is I like to include a note. Yeah, fix broken link. And then okay, I can actually see insert note and copy. And within the note, I'm just gonna list down these pages. Now, what I'm guessing, right, it's if you look at this page's URL, okay, this is HTML. So I think this is not even the correct version of the site, because I think overall the site is not a HTML site. I think this is just created for some reason. So you can see, like, their site doesn't have a HTML.html, right? So again, this could be one of the things that we need to look at. But yeah, so these are broken pages. And similarly, if you look at the kind of, so this is how you actually do things a little bit faster. If you look at the URL structure, right, your chances are this problem is going to be the same. So you don't have to look at it. You don't have to look at it now. You don't have to investigate it a little bit further because you have kind of already done the same for the first one. But what you do is, again, if I were to do this, I'll go in and check. So you can see these two pages are linking to there. So I'm going to copy. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert in note. Actually, I need to move myself out of the way. I cannot see the screen. Let's see. Note. I'm going to include this here. Okay, so this is fixed broken link. Chances are all of them will be fixed broken link. Okay, and this is not right. Chances are. And this is how you do bulk. So in this case, what I'm doing is I'm moving on from the category first because I want to find all those error pages that I don't have to focus so much on first. Okay, because it's not required. So let me go and take a look. So this is a PDF. So this PDF is actually, so again, if you want to, you can just go in and open it up. And this is a 404 page. So there is a live page currently, okay, which is this page. And yeah, you can see this is the link here, and they are asking them to go to a 404 page. Again, not good user experience, as well as not good search. It doesn't work well for Google because it's going to waste their crawl budget. So again, we just want to remove this page, or remove the link, or update the link, right? That's why it's called fix broken link. Oops. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to go to the next one. Okay, so this is the page that is not required. Okay, page not found. Okay, so this page not found page, it's page not found page. It's pretty weird. So this is their 404 page. So they don't have a canonical here. Is this their 404 page? So it seems like that is their 404 page. Yeah, so it seems like this is their 404 page, but for some reason it's linking. You can see all these URLs that are linking to this page, which is a bit suspicious. Okay, take a look. All right, so all these pages are gone. So these are being redirected, it seems like. Okay, let me just double check. Yeah, so again, all these pages are gone. So I'm not too worried about that right now. So if there is a page, there's a live page that is, sorry, let me walk you through my thoughts. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for pages that have linking, that have links linking to this page, right? And when I open this up, for example, okay, what is happening? It's, you can see this page is not there anymore. So now I don't have to focus so much on this page, because the page that I will need to focus on will be these pages, okay? And these pages will probably be there. It's just that it's not showing as a 404 page. It is probably showing as a 301 page, okay? But as of right now, because I'm dealing with 404, I'm gonna leave this as it is. Okay, because the problem I have to deal with is not this, but these pages, okay, which will probably appear later on. Yep. Okay, and if they don't, then it's perfectly fine. Okay, but let me just do a check real quick. So let me plug one of these in. Okay, so this is interesting. Okay, so that page. So again, with technicality, if you notice here, the URLs that's showing here, right, is .html. Okay, and majority of their sites are actually not .html. Okay, you can see their URL structure, right? Okay, so there's kind of like two different kind of architecture here. One with the .html, one without. Yeah. So ideally, what needs to happen is this needs to be gone. All the website needs to decide. The entire site needs to decide if they're going to use this structure or the .html structure. Okay, because it's going to be confusing when Google crawls their site. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this as is. I'm going to move on to the next one. Okay, so if this is a live page, this product is no longer available. So this is a 302 page, which is fine. That means the product, the page is slightly there. It's just that the product is not available. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to still fix broken link, because in this case it's being 302. So highly likely this is a page that is still existing. So we need to, let me see, copy. So we still need to fix this broken link. Okay, so these are a few broken links that we need to fix. Okay, next up, what I want to do is I want to look at 403 content. So all these pages are probably not that important. Okay, pages are probably not important. Go take a look. Okay, one thing I can do is so again, what I'm doing here is I'm looking for the link that is linking to that page. Okay, and there is links here, highlight on page. Where is the page? Okay. So this is just another one of those cases where, those cases where the links are somewhere hidden. All right, but again, we just want to see if we can, is there a better way to so these are the links here. Yeah, which is, again, you just want to, like these kind of stuff, right? We have to deal with them because for an e-commerce site, crawl budget is one of the most important thing because of the number of pages it has. So what you want to do is, again, you want to go ahead and remove this page or change it. Copy from URL, and you want to fix broken link, insert a note. I would guess highly likely all of them have the same source, right? Yeah. So I'm going to do is copy from. Well, this essentially is going to be the same thing. Okay, highly likely. Again, this is from noticing patterns. Okay, so one thing is you can see these two are the same, but this is .fr, so this could be different. So I'm going to just do a courtesy check. Yeah, so this is different. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to this new URL. Okay, and then this is the same. Okay, next up, so this is probably the same. Oops. Okay, FR3. Yeah, so this is the same URL that's linking. And then the next one, you can see these three are different groups. So highly likely they'll be from different URLs. All three of them will belong to this URL here. Okay, and what I want to do is I want to fix broken link, insert link. And again, we can put this in here first because if, let's say, we move on to the audit, the more you go through the audit, unless you are you are the one who built your site or you manage your site, right? You're gonna have a lot of idea of what your site is about, what kind of pages are there, what kind of pages are supposed to be there, and what kind of pages that is not supposed to be there. So in this case, because I have no idea about this site at all, the more I go through the audit, the more I will understand what the site architecture is, the more I will kind of make sense, as in, say, for example, the correct URL should be without the .html. So the more you look through all these URLs, the more idea you have about what the site is, the site architecture and stuff like that. Right? So for this case right now, we're just going to put this as now this is. But what's going to happen is maybe later on when I go and take a look at this site, I find that, this site, we can straight away remove them because it doesn't make sense, or we can update it on page and then the rest of the stuff will change. But that's kind of how we deal with a site that we have no idea what it is. So next up will be 301s. We covered 443. Let's go to 302s first. So 302s are temporary redirects. So I just want to find out why this is temporary redirecting. Okay. Okay, so for some reason it's redirecting us to the .dub version. And let's see what's going on. So it's still redirecting us to the version. What is the correct version? So you want to check the correct version first, because it seems like this is the correct version. The is the correct version. Okay, so you can see this is not being redirected. So for some reason, it's redirecting us, which is okay, but it's supposed to be a 302 redirect, which is kind of weird. Yeah, so, and sometimes it could be because the browser is redirecting. That's why it's showing a 302. But I like to use a tool. What is that tool called? I kind of forget. HTTP test redirect test. Yeah, this is the URL. This is the page that I like to use. So you basically just take this URL. So this is without right? So if it's redirecting, it's supposed to be a 301 redirect. So for some reason it's a 302 redirect. But let's change it to a Google bot to see. Yeah, so it's a 302 redirect, which is not ideal because we want to have a 301 redirect. So what I want to do is 30 run. Okay, and again, I can have some notes here. Like this should be a 301 redirect. Okay, because there's no reason for this to be a temporary redirect, right? And then the correct URL should be, and I have to move my face again. So the correct URL should be this page. Yeah, so this is the correct page. Yeah, so we're going to redirect to this page. All right, so next up, actually, let me go and take a look at that contact us. So one tip to increase, another tip to increase core budget is basically, yeah, so you can see, for example, right, all this is the temporary wrong version of the site, wrong version of the contact us page. You can see it's 302. Now, if you look at all the pages that is linking to this, okay, if you want to save core budget, all you have to do is just basically change this link to the correct link, so it doesn't have to be 302. And imagine all these pages, okay, are 302ing all these to the contact us page. So if you just fix this, right, it's going to save up so much core budget, because what Google is doing now, Google is going to this page and they find a contact us, a contact anchor text, going to follow this anchor text to this page. And what happens is this page is not the correct version of the page because it's being redirected to the version. Okay, and imagine this multiplied by all of this. Okay, so chances are this is probably in the footer or header, because if not, it shouldn't even be there. So one thing that we can check is just basically go over to URL, and one way you can check the version, right, is just simply type in and this is supposed to be, so again, this is a 302 redirect. So I'm not sure why. This should be a 301 redirect, right? So again, this is just a preference. I guess 302 is okay as well, but I like to make it 301 because it's permanent. So one thing you can do is you can just look at the contact us page. So you can see the contact us at the bottom left hand side. You can see this is linking to a non-dub version. Okay, so every single individual page that has a contact, which is most likely all of them, just by fixing this, it saves a lot of what you call that? A lot of core budget. So I have to move my face. Is there anywhere I can? Yeah, let me move my face here. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to go in, and then in this node, what we're going to do is change navigation menu to correct version. Okay, and you want to just basically list down the correct version, which is the one with the dub. Okay, and sometimes it's 301 redirected, but it shows 302, and again, it's because of the browser. So you can use these things like that to just double check to see if it's really a 302 redirect or a 301 redirect. Okay, you can see this is 302. So we want it to be 301. Okay, and then now let's move on to the next one. And this is why technical SEO takes time, because the larger your site is, the more things you have to do, the more things you have to deal with it. So let's see this. Okay, wait. Yeah, this should be a 301 redirect, and also at the same time, this should be, so we also need to fix broken link. So that is for this page alone. All right, so let's see. Let's move on to the next one. So let's take a look at this page. So again, you can see all these HTMLs. Okay, so this is a... Man, I gotta move myself. So what is being redirected here? Movement first, 179, crash pad with shoulder straps.html. Wait, am I missing something? All right, I'm getting a little bit blurred. So let me see. So if we go to this, I shouldn't have closed that tab. So let's see, this is redirecting to, what's the difference here? Accessories. Oh, okay, so you see this here? Now this is interesting. So that's the reason why I took a little bit of time because of this. So this is a complete URL. This is a completely different URL. So again, with the .html, I don't think this is the final version of the site. But if it is, then this is going to be a big problem because, you know, just having a dash here, it's gonna not be ideal for, again, crawling the site from Google. So I'm glad that these kind of stuff are happening because these are the stuff that is important. So one thing I want to do is, again, I just want to see what are the pages that's linking to this page. And it's this page. So let me open it. Okay, and this is being redirected. Yeah, so we might have to look at what's going on of the entire site. So again, from what I'm looking at, right, like I mentioned earlier, the more you crawl a website, the more problems you'll find. So you can see now I'm starting to find multiple redirect chains. So this page is being redirected to this page, it's being redirected to this page, and then finally landing on this page. So I don't want to go down to that rabbit hole yet. So what I'm going to do is I probably want to fix this broken link and then just find out where this broken link is. Okay, which is this page. Okay, because this is the last redirected page. So what I'm going to do is call this down as here. Okay, and then the next thing here, let me go take a look. So this is a 404 page. Okay, usually I'll do it faster because I'm taking the time to go through my thoughts and putting it into words. So that's why it's taking a little bit of time. But I hope this is beneficial in a way, because then you'll know like what to look for and stuff like that. So like I mentioned earlier, as long as a dash is different or a .html is different, right? It's actually a different URL. So this is being redirected to a 404 page, which is kind of interesting. So again, I don't know why these pages are even there in the first place. Right, so this page is, so this is the page. Yeah, so this is a, yeah, so we don't even have to deal with this now because chances are the pages that needs to be dealt with, it's the page that is Actually, we might have to remove all these pages, but again, because I don't know if this is a legit page, so let me think. So if this page is not here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the broken link, because the broken link is from this page, and this page that's linking to this site is also broken as well, right? So, and this is being 302 redirected to a 404 page. You can see there's so many issues going on here. But what I want to do is I basically, let's see what I want to do with this type of stuff here. I think we don't have to fix broken link, because, and again, I'm just narrating my thoughts out here. So we don't have to fix the broken link because the broken link is already broken by itself, right? And chances are, if we were to copy this URL, it's gonna be, it's not here. So this is the HTTP version of the site. Let me see. Yeah, we're going to, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna copy this first and list it down here. Right, so even though this is a page that isn't live anymore, but when somebody goes, let's say if I'm taking on this technical, when I'm doing the implementations, right, what I'll do is I'll go to this page and I'll look for this link and I'll find that this link is gone. And what I'll do is I will then either remove this page or redirect it to the correct page. But again, this is the source link that I want to look at. And then if I look at this page, it's kind of the same thing. So that is how I will do it for similar type of pages like that. So do is open up this page. Okay, so this is a live page, which means this link, I can probably change the link here. Okay, I need to fix broken link. And the link is here. Is this being 301 redirected? Yep. Yep. And then we kind of want to do the same for all. So let's see from, yeah, so this is again being redirected. Oh man, broken link, belt glove, suede. So think of what, so I always like to think of technicality as like, you know how rivers have water flowing through it. So think of a technicality is kind of like removing rocks from the river, right? So the more rocks you remove from the river, the better the water will flow. So in this case, the more things you fix like this, the more Google can kind of flow through your entire site to understand what's going on without that much restriction. Yeah, so so I'm gonna move this slightly faster. Okay, so I'm gonna copy all of this. Okay, because I don't have to explain it already. And then just do it like that. Fix broken link, and then we're gonna go check out. So already we know a little bit more about what the site is and other stuff like that. So this is removed. Okay, let me just go. Oops. Yeah, this is fixed broken link for sure. Then we want to go. So all these are weird because these are being 302 redirected, where they are being redirected to a 404 page, which is not good. So this is the page. Then what we're going to do is going to copy. There's also better ways for you to do it, to be honest, because you can, obviously insert another column, and then over here you can put the URLs, and that's why you want to learn a little bit about how Google Sheets work, because it's really easy to use, and you can kind of customize what you want to do with the template, right? So let's see. and then we can fix it here. This will all probably be the same. So I'm guessing all of them will be fixed broken link. And if it's not, I will change it. So let's go. And that's why technicality take a little bit of time. So we're going to copy this. And we're going to insert node. Yep, let's fix this. So all these HTMLs one are probably like old URLs. Insert node. Now, if your website has a lot of pages, right, then chances are what you want to do is you want to prioritize which one you want to solve first. But because I'm doing a tutorial here, I just want to show everything that what I would do. This is a weird URL. Ooh, so look at this. Okay, so it seems like, yeah, so this is one more page that we found. So if I were to open this page up, right? Okay, so this is redirecting. Yeah, so this is redirecting, which is kind of weird in a way. Some 302s are fine, you know, but why is this redirect? Oh, wish list. Okay, so this is the wish list, which I'm guessing is somewhere here. Where's the wish list? Do I need to worry about this? So in this instance, it's being redirected to back to the account page. Yeah, so this is, I think this is fine, because these are the stuff that is supposed to happen, you know. It's not a wrong version of the site. It's just basically this is the reason why some 302s. This is the reason why 302s exist in the first place. Is to redirect from, you know, from a user being not logged in to login, and then, or let's say for example from a country to from a website to detect the person's country and then redirect them to the correct version. But earlier on, like I mentioned, if it's redirecting from one version to another version, which is from a non-www to a www version, that's not the correct use of 302s. So in this case, this 302 I'm perfectly fine with. So I'm gonna leave it as is. And then my account, I probably think it's gonna be the same thing, right? So my account, let's say for example, is probably gonna ask me this authentication. Yeah, so this is 302, this is fine. I'll leave it as is. Okay, and you see this is 302, right? I would ideally like this to be a 301. Yeah, so it's just a change of their matrix. Not matrix, I mean, just a change of their URLs. Let me go over here, open it up. So this page is linking to this page, which is being 302 redirected to another page. So let's go check out this page. And this page, it's also being redirected to this page. What is going on? So this is a 301 redirected. Okay. So this is, yeah, so you can see this is very confusing. Even when you look at it like that, right? It's going to be confusing for Google. So it's going to be confusing. It's going to be confusing for people like me. That means it's going to be confusing for Google as well. So you can see this page. Yeah, there's so many redirects going on. Like it's confusing. Like if it's confusing to me, it's going to be confusing for Google too. So ideally, now what we want to do is we want to look at this page. Okay, and then see where this is redirecting to. Now this is going to be a 302 redirect. Okay, so we need to fix broken link, and we also need to 301 redirect to this page, because this is the correct page, right? Yep, this is a, yep. Okay, and then we need to fix broken link, and the broken link is this one. Where is this? Okay, right, next up, let's go take a look at this. So this is being redirected to this page. Okay, so again, we need to, oops. So we need to, where is it? We need to redirect, oh shit. Right, so this is how we do it, and then and in this page, we can fix the broken link. Insert note here. We don't have this note. We don't need to have this note here. All right, and then it's kind of the same throughout, right? But this video is going to be, it's just this phase alone is taking a little bit of time. But I think it's really helpful because you will know like all these small little stuff. It's what gonna matter in terms of moving you up to position from 10 to 3, or even from position 3 to 1. Right, so we're gonna 301 this, and then we are going to. So what I'm gonna do is, after this section is done, right, I'm probably gonna be breaking this entire audit down into different parts, because it's taking a little bit of time. And I don't want the video to be too long. So let's see. And this is the page that we need to redirect it to. Okay, and then chances are this will probably be the same. But let's just make sure. So this is gonna redirect, right? So this is the correct page. So we're gonna redirect it here. And then this page has broken links from this page. Insert note. All right, so if I look at this URL here, and this URL, are they the same? No, they are not the same. Right, so just trying to see if there's any weird patterns going on. So this is probably going to be the same. And this product is no longer available, but I think the product is still there. Oh wait, it's a 404. So this is very confusing. It's being 302 redirected to this page, to a 404 page. So I'm not sure if the product is no longer available or it's just out of stock. So okay, for this particular one, I'm not going to 301 first. Insert node, and then we'll go hangbots. Okay, so what I'm going to do, right, it's okay, this is how I usually like to do things. If I notice a pattern, what I will do is I will then go through the pattern first, pattern by pattern in terms of implementation. So for example, now what I'm doing is I'm putting this website into the browser, and I'm checking where it's being redirected, and then I will include the redirected link here, and then I will change it to, I will go into this section here, which is going to be my second set of action to find out what's the broken link. So how I like to do it, right, it's I like to do different sets of action bulking together. So let me show you what I mean. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through all this to look for the URLs. Okay, so this will make things way faster. So if we go over to this is the URL that needs to be checked. Okay, so next one. Okay, this is page not found. So which means to say there isn't any to redirect, so which is fine. Let's go to the next one. This is also the same, nothing to redirect to. The next one. Also the same, next one. and this is redirected to this page, right? So early on, so this is how I like to bundle things. And then next one, what we need to do is we need to find out where all these broken pages are from. So what I do, it's here because we need to fix all those broken pages. So now this is another bulk of action. Okay, where is it? Insert note. I should probably have another column by the side, and feel free to do it, you know, if you are working on this on your site. And if depending on how big your site is, the longer you would I'm so sorry. The more pages your site has, the longer it will take. All right, so here we go. And let's go copy. And we're going to insert note here, and then we're going to do it here. Beep, 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 beep. And then finally, last two. Copy and insert note. And then last one. Copy, and we're gonna do it. We're gonna insert note. All right, so yeah, so this is initially what we would do, but along the way, you know, the more we work through this site, the more we understand, the more I will understand what the website architecture is. But for now, this is how we're gonna handle all the 302s, and then obviously, what I'm guessing is in the next stage, right? For the 301s, right? I'm gonna be, yeah. So all these are being 301s to, yeah, all these are HTTP. Which is probably fine. So the main things of what I need to do here is you really want to check two things. The first one is if there's a redirect chain going on. So if you include this page in here, so ideally you're checking for two things here. Number one is redirect chains. So this is already being 301 redirected, okay, but you don't want it to be 301 redirected and then a 301 redirected again, okay. So you can just basically go in and check, because this is a one-time redirection, which is fine. Okay, so this is what you want to see. The second thing you want to check for, it's basically all the pages that have this link. Okay, and you want to basically go in and remove, or not remove, but change all this link to the redirect links, so that Google doesn't need to redirect to the old URL and then to get to this page, right? So they can immediately get to this page, thus saving you a little bit of crawling budget. So if you can go and see again from Screaming Frog, right? You can see this page. Okay, it seems like from the home page they are you know, linking to the wrong version. Like this is the HTTP version. So it's small things like this that will slow down the crawling of the site. So if we go to view page source, this will probably be somewhere here. Customize solution. So if we go click customize solution, this is it. And then it's built by Elementor, which is a very common site builder tool. So if we go to inspect, we can probably find the URL somewhere here, right? And this is the URL. So you can see at the bottom left hand side, okay, this is www.movementfirst.sg, and you can see without the HTTPS, unlike this one, this is going to the HTTP version. Right, so it's going to help with the site indexing. So because 301s are so little, I'm going to just finish this up, and then in the next video, I'll go through the 200s. Okay, let me see 0. 0 is the sitemap, right? Yep. Yep, so I'm going to go through the 301s. So to check for these few things like I mentioned earlier. So the first thing I'm going to check for, it's basically if there's any redirection, more than 2 redirection. And I'm not going to, let's see if I can check all of this. Does it work? Okay, because if it works, then yeah, so you can see there are a few things here. So this is showing that this is a 301 redirect to a 302, which is basically what we don't want to see. And then to a 404 page. So yeah, so you can see if I open this up, this is going to show, it's going to redirect basically 2 times. One to this page, another to this page, and finally landing on this page, which is kind of weird. Okay, so I want to find out why. Yeah, so this dash page, yeah, so this is the problem, right? This is the problem again. This small little dash here is being redirected to this dash here, which is different. Yeah, so this HTTP version is being redirected to the HTTPS version, and then finally redirecting to the one without the dash, which is the correct URL. Right, so these are the main problems that we want to fix. So what we want to do is we can fix the 301 redirects. Okay, but in this instance, so this is fix broken link, and the broken link is here, copy from URL, and this is the home page. So next one will be to fix the 302s. Yeah, we need to fix the, do we need to fix the root cause? Okay, we first need to fix all those pages that's coming to this page first. So that is internal link. Okay, so again, you can see from their home page, right, which is one of the most important page, they are linking to all right, so you can see this link over here. Okay, this is linking to the HTTP version, which is not right. Right, whereas the rest, so you can see there's an inconsistency going on. So this is another problem, right? This is the HTTPS version, HTTP version, and then this is also a HTTP version. Okay, and that's why there's so many redirects going on. And you can see this one, for example, on the bottom left-hand side. Okay, this is without the www. Huh. Yeah, they are, it's not set up in an ideal way. So we definitely want to fix all those things. So medicine ball, this is from, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix all the broken link first. Okay. And we're going to do insert note. This is probably going to be from the home page as well. Nope. So 2 pages are linking to this HTTP. Okay, and again, I'm going to do bulk here, bulk task, and this is how you, well, essentially speed up the things that you're doing, you know. So here we go. Next one. Copy, and we're going to do paste here. Copy, insert note, and later on when I look, oh man, oh, I thought my video got cut off. All right, so later on when I look at the overall page, when I look at the overall pages, it's going to give me a lot more understanding. So I'm running out of time here because I don't know whether if Loom will cut me off, and then, you know, I don't want my video to screw up after recording for hour plus. So what I'm going to do is after this in link, I'm going to call it. Right, so I'm going to hurry up, do this. Okay, and I think you know what I'm trying to do already. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix all these links that are incorrect, that is on these pages, okay, because these pages are having all these wrong links. And then next up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see if all the redirects are accurately in place. If not, then I want to change all those redirects to be redirecting to the correct version of the site, or the finalized version. Okay, so that is all for me. If you like what you see over here, please go ahead, like the video. If you have a video, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you would like to get notified whenever I publish a new video about courses like this, about SEO, just subscribe. Make sure that you are subscribed so you know whenever I publish a new video. So with that being said, that's all. In the next video, what I'll be going through is I'll be still continuing with the audit, and we'll be looking at live pages that are actually live on the website right now, which are all the 200 pages, and this will give us a lot more understanding about what the current page structure is like. And yeah, stay tuned for more. With that being said, that's all. Thank you so much for watching this. Hope you enjoyed it, appreciate it. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.